mid-game KP, as they only ended up with 4 kills overall, despite taking 3rd place. We'll see if they can find a better position here, but we are on board with Kanika's pets, excuse me, who are over here at Skyhook, and it looks like with the spread, well, it's hard to tell
I
because
think
we
they
don't
have
actually
all of
have the spread
Skyhook
on
to
the minimap.
themselves. I
Do they?
mean, they're
I
so
would love to
spread
see the
out.
minimap.
Yeah, if we could pull up the minimap, that'd be great. Based on their positioning, it really looks like they have all of Skyhook to themselves. All right, so 2 teams over towards Skyhook, which is phenomenal. There's a lot of loot over there, and it looks like the zone is going to pull away from them. But this is a perfect scenario because they can elect to either fight this team if they're feeling confident, or they could rotate. But I don't know if they're familiar with what team this is. If they knew exactly who it was, they'd be able to feel a little bit more confident. But this is 1,000% pulling over towards launch site. So whoever lands there going to be in a prime position as we take a look at what SCN is doing. And they have the perfect composition here to go and try to get these early scans and then make a rotation. If they can move fast, and it looks like they are, this is going to be one of the fastest rotations we've seen, right around that 150 mark. So this is great. See what Lion, Klein, and Kenny elect to do in terms of where their priority position is going to be. But this is twice we've had to see teams rotate over through sorting over towards Harvester. We know how fast these teams are rotating, so I would expect a little bit of resistance once they get up here.
Yeah, and for Kanika's pets as well, with the fact that they had control of the western side of Skyhook, the possibility is still there for them to actually take trials as well. I mean, this zone is pulling all the way down to the south, so they're going to be playing edge regardless. They can take that time to get the gold equipment. We have the new gold mags in as well, but it's going to be a balloon rotate coming out from Team Season here. So a little blind, but with their timing, they shouldn't be running into too many squads. They note that the Harvester team was still stuck there in the middle, so they have the priority on the rotate. They shouldn't be running into them. And any team really from sorting shouldn't even be headed this way now. Maybe the tree team they run into, but it looks like Team Season will be able to safely make it in and gain control of this office building if they want to take a break here or push further in.
Yeah, nice job by Klein, checking Lion's back, seeing if they're going to continue to shoot him over towards the side. He's going to ditch a grenade. Thermite there to pick up some cells. Looks like they are trying to play this one for the long game, so going to try to establish as many resources as possible. Take a look at what Farm Boys are doing. They're also on the rotation here over from the Geyser side. They're going to have a little bit more difficult because Jamerson, to be honest, if they land Geyser and they're just now leaving, I feel like this is a very, very slow rotation out. They may be a no-name team, but this could be just straight up edge composition. No beacon character. They could just be ready and looking to fight. And if they get lucky where they get early into the zone, that's where that caustic's going to pay dividends. But now dying on rotate, doing exactly what they're meant to do. Rotate over here, but hopefully not die. And keep in mind, these are Synctez and Wicked, I believe. So 2 very skilled players playing with Turns. Turns in his own right. Very, very valuable in terms of his IGLing, but also just his individual skill. And this is what we said. This is where everyone's going to cluster up right over towards sorting, right over towards Harvester. Ping's going down over towards the choke. This is a pretty common place to play, but if they play this, they're more or less looking for kills.
Yeah, they got the purple and blue, so they have HP behind it as well. Double fortified legends. And so these are some beefy boys as they are making their way on over to Harvester, but it's Farm Boys that tried to make that south rotate, got caught out by a squad. Big damage coming up from Stomps, though. Impulsive Dream gets the knock on to Prodigy Aces. His team superior were just caught looting way too long here. Farmer Lucas will fall to Joey Blackout, and it's all up to Impulsive Dream as he chases after with that EVA 8. Hits for the flesh, and misses that next shot. What? Okay, final bullet of the Volt. Well, the third bullet there left of the Volts will finish the job, but that was a little scary as he could have just finished them off with that EVA 8. But they get that team fight win. It really shouldn't be a third party coming in their way. They're dying on rotate. They're playing here for the Northeast Snake, strangely enough. Jimmy Neutron getting pushed there as he gets taken out by Sponge. Now down to a 2v3. Turns is forced to go back through that port for now. As TPM have traded, it is going to be a 2v2, but the gas is doing a lot of damage currently to Talus. They're trying to knock the Wraith in. Here comes the defensive bombardment right on top as well. And slow things down, dying on rotate, just down to 1 here. It looks like one will be able to make it behind cover, but the third party might be too much. Never mind. Helping goes down here as XD might have overextended and now are getting punished.
Great plays there. Will they continue to push? There's the nade, and you're going to have to armor swap this very quickly. Is able to do so. Now that team is getting shot from the side. They like to take the portal back over through that was originally placed. Coming in from dying on rotate. Now both banners going to be grabbed. Nice job getting another knock. This time onto Frapper. Just ridiculous shots coming through. Can't remember if that's Sync or Wicked, but ridiculous. We'll just call him Slim Daddy Bones from now because he is just coming through like the Reaper, tearing players apart. Some pretty impressive stuff. I mean, Jamerson, there's only been 7 players taken out. And we just watched him, what, 1 versus 2, 1 versus 3, all by himself with basically no armor.
Yeah, and only one squad was wiped throughout all of that. But he was able to secure the banners, and he's got 2 possible reses right here if he needs to. But he's been spotted out by the team. Looks like over behind the circle building. He's already used his Q. He's stuck behind his truck now. There's another full 3-man squad rolling up, though. And that draws the attention away from him. He might have an opportunity. If he sees the team fire coming out, never mind. They are trying their best to get this kill. The Arc Star and the frag grenade missing. He needs 9 more seconds to have another Q to try and make that cross. And he's going for it now. He's got 2 seconds left on that, and it looks like he will successfully make it out. But that's going to delay that res if he can even get it.
Still some really nice plays. We'll have to see what happens with the teams that are over towards the end zone, and still it's the Harvester cluster. This is so difficult because everybody's having the same idea right now of going through Harvester and sorting, and again, everybody's rotating so fast that I'm just so shocked. Like, as you see all of the player names just pop up right there. There is at least 3 to 4 teams. That fence is another spot where we've seen multiple players, and look at Slim Daddy Bones finding another kill. This time on Amani, which is the final player on that team. So he was able to take out all 3 players, Jamerson, by himself.
Now he's still trying to find a way to get his teammates back into this, as he has a mobile respawn beacon and he's going to use that connector area. A lot of cover provided, but how much attention will he draw with this? As it does come down and he gets the full heal off. He's also got his his TP in time to get his teammates to the body, and we'll see if he can safely do so. But what heroic plays coming up from him?
He almost should wait just like an extra second. But yeah, those are some super heroic plays. He's gonna be able to port them directly to those boxes, like you were saying. And if they get back into this game, and if they even get back into this tournament, that has to be the turning point right there. And if I was Turns, if I was the 3rd player on that team, I would be extremely pumped at the opportunity to get back into this one and be playing some inspired Apex after seeing what just happened from that Wraith. Now Kanaka's Pets, after their fresh dub, their 25 27 point performances, looks like they were able to get the res, and you can see the bodies running around forth on the player outlines. Slim Daddy Bones is going to get knocked, though. That is just a 30-30, so it could be from distance. We'll see if they're going to be able to get back up. But Kanaka's Pets is in the area to 3rd party if they wanted to. Unfortunately, dying on rotate was not able to recover their armors. And Slim Daddy Bones is like, why did I res you guys? I was doing so fine on my own.
But we know how difficult it can be to try to rat it out in these games. He already had 3 kill points. Try to get some more with the full squad. I understand this is the decision making. It was just unfortunate timing as TPM came back for a second try. They were able to recover that and finish the rest, but now they are getting pushed from behind. Sleepy Panda is there. Abuchi goes down and he's instantly finished off. Sponge gets knocked and TPM are out. Kanaka's Pets find the timing on that. Beautiful, beautiful play. And they've got the port to go back over to Harvester if they want to. Do they really need to? They are safe in the zone here, and they can continue to fight edge.
Yeah, this is the spot that Zion Rotate was trying to hold, and you hold this again to get kills. You're not in the middle. You're just more on the edge. And we said Kanaka's Pets was even in the perfect spot to go in 3rd party. That's exactly what they did. So perfect placement by Kanaka of the portal. And very nice timing coming through, taking advantage of what they see in the kill feed and what they hear on their sound cues. And now they're going to be awarded with some loot. And this is huge because anytime that you get a win and anytime that you can continue to build on this type of momentum, again, with only 5 games, this is the perfect opportunity for them to start building the confidence that they need. And we haven't seen this squad yet as a 3-man, but now it's pulling away and it's not launch site. I was completely wrong. It's pulling over towards Sorting Factory. Breakfast Club now loving what they see. A lot of area owned over towards the Snake. You can see Caustic Barrels all up in this spot. And this is one of the most powerful spots for Caustic to be.
As you can see, the barrels are being set up. There are only a few entrances, really. And you should be able to cover most of them with the barrels as long as your doors do not get griefed. Nades will go for some scouting information. He's already got that ping for us anyhow, as he will check the outside of the buildings. And as you can see, we do have the outlines ourselves, the X-ray that shows the positions of these squads. A lot of teams taking the main building here on the north side of Sorting. There's another one as well. These spots out.
Oh!
That's just barely out of range, unfortunately, for that scan.
Move forward, bro. I'm
Wally
surprised
catches, though.
I'm surprised that he didn't realize how far it was, but that was a nice idea. Yeah, go ahead, Jameson. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Wally Catcher's in a fight with Milkman, but Kodagami has taken so much damage. Stink already forced to use his Q. Kodagami has gotten back inside his building. Will pop that Phoenix kit with another 5 seconds left on it. No one coming up behind him as he opens the door for Stink to get in. Excellent communication coming out from the squad, but they need to full recover here. The bats are getting popped by Stink and Greek God. Scan coming out from the enemy Bloodhound, but they are completely bunkered up here. And so I can't imagine a push comes out. Still have 1 minute and 30 seconds to work with, and the zone's not too far away from them. And they do have a port for Stink as we have another fight. Kaneka's Pets in a spot of trouble as Kaneka goes down. Cassell is completely disconnected from the rest of his squad here. Fade will rejoin him. Unfortunate to lose out on your Wraith now as they are moving through to the north side. And there are teams just all around them. As you can see, Casellas getting tagged up. Fade was able to heal, but now he needs to back away. And it looks like he will slide into safety. Kaneka still bleeding out throughout all of this. Casellas does have his bubble, but does he have any other utility to try and recover him? No, he does not. And so they're going to have to play this one out as a duo. We haven't even reached top 15 yet, Tom.
They can't play here. That's the thing is, I mean, they have to back off and just play this little back edge area, which means barrels need to be coming down basically all the time. And the only other option here, which is going to be extremely difficult to do, would be to get past all these players. Look, everyone's starting to portal towards these buildings because they're anticipating ending over towards one of these houses. But if you can get over towards where that respawn area is, you can see more over towards that southeast side. There's the giant blue containers that you could potentially hold. But with such a large area of this circle, a lot of teams can take the high ground and bully you out of there, especially with the current meta of caustics and crypto drones flying through, bloodhound scans showing that you're only a duo. This is a pretty solid spot. Just like you were saying, the office is a very good spot to lock down for Depressedly. Again, another Wraithless comp coming through, but everyone fairly weak on armor here. So this is a tough spot to be in. Blues inside, 3 blues and 1 white armor swap. Just really isn't going to cut it if a team comes at you with blues and purples or even anything larger than that. Greek God finds a knock over there with the charge rifle. This is when teams are going to start dying. Round 3, round 4, 16 squads. Much slower paced game than we had in game number 1.
Yeah, Blight has done 257 damage, but it looks like he might have swapped armors at some times. They're already playing a position where it's difficult to try and get damage off, poke damage, to try to evolve your shields here. Defensive bombardment coming down on top of Horizon meta right now, but it looks like they're just out of the circumference of it. Night Raven's wing did get hit by 1, but he'll still be able to heal that as they are playing the edge here. And they might have a short, easy walk in. Here comes the black hole and the nade spam onto the squad underneath the bridge. And it looks like the team was able to safely make it out. Horizon meta at least forcing them back, but here comes the defensive bombardment on top of them as well. I don't know if that was Murdoch's, and it looks like it was. Just remind, his Watson took a lot of damage.
Windows update.
Ooh, take a look. Wally Catchers were able to get a full team fight win up against Farm Boys, but Horizon Meta are already going to drop right on top of them. A lot of damage down from Murdoch with this R301, but not critical damage here as they're going to be slowed
What a
down and
nade.
knocked back by that nade. His Watson getting blown all the way back.
That was fantastic, but his Watson is going to have a quick little armor swap or two coming through. He's going to pick that purple up, and now they're going to be able to start to push. And this is huge because with the short side of the zone here, it's going to be moving fairly slow. So if they're able to get this win, they can slowly but surely start to creep up here. Nice damage coming in for Murdoch. He does have his bubble, no defensive bombardment. So what they're going to have to do is continue to push up, get fully healthy, and then bubble towards the edge. You can see they're going for another black hole here. Ultimate Excel is being popped left and right. 4 or 5 boxes to go and loot. This is basically it for Horizon meta. They're going to have to take this fight. And if they take it, this is going to be huge. Again, on the edge of the circle, they could be in one of the winning spots.
Yeah, they have the time. They've got the gravity lift. They can just go up to the high ground here. But instead, they're electing to just go ahead and walk this one in. They know they've got the numbers advantage here up against volley catchers. So they've got a number of barrels to deal with. The options are still afforded to them. Currently, though, as the zone will now start to close in on them. And here they go, pushing up, clearing the barrels, trying to clear the barrels at the very least. This is Watson. He's gonna accidentally pop that one. Here comes the black hole, keeping them in place. And his Watson gets the knock onto Kodagami. We have the bubble there used by Murdoch as well, and the rest of Horizon meta push forward, but his Watson gets taken out by the 30-30 repeater shot of Scissors. Who's still alive throughout all of this. Horizon meta though, they might be able to get the res as they were considering it for just a second, but he pulled off. Night Raven's Wing with the Mastiff finally finishes off. Greek God. The zone is still closing in on them. They've got the head glitch to work with. They've got the low ground coverage. There's a huge fight state breaking out here. It's going to be 6 in front of them, it looks like. Never mind. As Breakfast Club are trying to hold down Banana, and they will survive. Now, Horizon meta getting pushed by a third party. Bubble has been used as well. Night Raven's Wing will back away with that gravity lift. Waiting to see if anyone else decides to take it, but his Watson has been holding the angle for him. EMP coming out now, but got to be Flashpoint and right on top of them. But it looks like that'll slow things down, maybe just long enough. Using that knockdown shield or coverage. Can't go for the res quite yet. That Wraith does have to back away. It looks like using the Q. And now might be the opportunity for Horizon meta to just fully recover.
Great bait and switch there coming through from Night Ravens and his Watson. You're going to get Murdoch back up, who's basically the key to this whole rotation now with the bubble. Now his Watson is going to have to play a very nice portal. Pings are going to have to go down. 12 squads left here. Zone number 5. Zone number 6 we know is going to be the last one. And Team Cruelty, TC, is going to take this ultimate high ground. But there is another team splitting it with him. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was Flashpoint over towards the side. Euban gets ripped. Speaking of teams from the side, for about 120 damage. Battery is going to be popped. And that is Team Flashpoint holding another God spot. This time, Jamerson, it's a little bit different. They have more lines of sight. They have more opportunity for kills. And this is their opportunity with 35 players left. And nobody really able to get past them if they all focus on the same spot. Ooh, nice
Yeah,
shots.
unfortunately for Rambo, he doesn't have his drone right now. And so he can't scout out around him as effectively as he would like. And so it's all just eyes around the field, spotting one coming out, and the hip fire of the 30-30 repeater proving extremely strong. The bubble has been used as Panders finds 2 knocks, and they will get the full team fight win. Panders in the 1v3, but with the help of Rambo here from the high ground now. So Flashpoint have completely secured the high ground for themselves as Kaneka's pets are fighting inside. It looks like Banana, and they do survive that fight. For how long? Not that much longer, as Breakfast Club come in to clean that one up. We're down to 6 squads, 15 players remaining. A lot of squads just missing out on just one player, it seems like. But we do have the final circle. It's going to be ending on the platform, the walkway, the catwalk, just to the center of the map. There's Pony Gang playing inside the western edge of Banana here. They do have a squad trying to keep them pinned in for now, but looks like they do have some safety to work off of. Flashpoint once again with that high ground. They spot a squad out.
This is huge for Flashpoint. They need to capitalize after locking down this God spot and also predicting where the sorting factory rotation was going to come through. And I like the way that Pony Gang has been just duking it out over towards this bottom hand side. Plenty of opportunities for kills. Spitfire going ham sandwich over towards the side. He's going to be hip firing that the entire time. More armor swaps coming through. should be plenty of cells and batteries too. And now we see what these teams are made of. 5 squads left, still some rat squads left and right. Flashpoint and Team Cruelty probably our 2 most notable teams here, both over towards the high ground. But when you look at Flashpoint's spot, they have to rotate basically last. Team Cruelty is going to have to go in front of them, and they have teams all over towards the side. The middle team is gatekeeping them. They're going to gatekeep from the side, and they decide that they're going to send it over towards the team in the middle. Scissor is going to grapple through. Senpai going to have to bubble throughout all this. EMP being popped at the right time too. Nice job by Rambo. Flashpoint going to be able to take advantage of all this, but the EMP actually got blown up. Teams TC 2-on-2 now. It's up to Kenny from the side too, and they are going to take out SCN. Flashpoint electing not to third party that. They are going to slow this down, and it's going to be a portal play coming in from Pandas. This is their opportunity now to get their hands dirty. They're just kind of using this to get some information, try to figure out where the rest of these teams are, and now we see where they are on the high ground and playing down below. This is going to be a very interesting endgame.
Yeah, really, I was surprised that TC didn't elect to try and maybe go for that zip line to take that position right above Flashpoint right now. Flashpoint, they have to worry about what's above them, what's below them as well. Fury taking a lot of damage as he took that gravity lift. Oi Senpai will fall. Pony Gang are just able to free fire from the high ground to Presley. He's got the blue mag on that Spitfire, so he's just able to rain in damage all day long. Clear that Watson trap, and here come the barrels down right on top of them as well. He's going to pop that one. No damage going across, but again, they've got the advantage. They've got the high ground and the caustic. Don't know if there's another Ultimate Excel maybe online for Kubsky to use, but with this angle, any interception pylon would stay quickly cleared. Now, the HP advantage does go over towards Flashpoint, who are running triple red right now, but here it is, the black holes, as they're trying to go in, as they fall down. It's going to come down to a 2v2 with the HP advantage working out in favor of Pony Gang, but somehow Flashpoint win that one out. What a massive game for Flashpoint.
It was Pandas with the PK over towards the side when both of his teammates went down.